I'm John, he's Max. Together we want to ignite your purpose. Our mission is to educate, engage, and encourage you to a better life and to fulfillment. He's positive vibes, I'm healthy funky, Max self-talk, roll with it.
Okay, beautiful people, I thank you for joining us as always. Time is invaluable, so I thank you for hanging with us. And our goal here is to just give you some kernel of knowledge so that you can spark that fire to light it under your own ass, to be better, do better, help everybody. You know how it is. Self-talk. As always, I hold my own feet to the fire. I go backwards to come forwards. And how I started self-talk. I'll say this to you. If you can vibe with me on this, I want you to close your eyes, put yourself into your position, whether it was today, 2 days ago, 15 years ago. For me, when I woke up and looked in the mirror, what were some of the things I used to say to myself? And where did those things that I said to myself, where did they come from? So we're going to call this self-talk, right? So if you look into the mirror and you're like, oh, I am a piece of shit. I'm fat. I've got zits. Oh my God, I'm getting old. Oh my God, I got no hair. Oh fuck, I wish I was tanned. I wish I was white. I wish I was purple. I wish I was pink. These are self-talk. This is already setting, because we already have a negative bias in our mind, and this is just adding fuel to the fire. Another thing with where we are in society right now is these little lovely phones we have, right? You know, we go on to whatever the social network you're on, Insta, Snap, Twitter, Facebook, and all you're getting, people, and we need to understand this, we need to talk about this, is you're getting somebody else's highlight reel, a very small glimpse. And usually, let's just call it what it is. We'll say right now we're either looking at a female trainer or a male trainer. Let's just say that because we're talking somewhat about lifestyle. And, you know, if I see him flashing pictures of his 8-pack every day, and, you know, I just started the gym today and I'm wondering, holy shit, what's the point of me even going to the gym? I'll never look like that. Understand that dude either had perfect genetics or he has worked his fucking ass off to get there. So self-talk being, you know, don't compare for starters. You know, you're not him or her, never gonna be, and we don't know the work it took to get there. And all it is baby steps day after day. Hey, guess what? I did one more sit-up than I did yesterday. Hey, I did one sit-up. Whatever it is, it's got to be positive. It's got to be enthralling so that there's a reason for you to start the next day and to keep continuing forward. John, do you want to add to that? I got more, but I'll give you a chance to speak.
Self-talk. Yeah. Well, with what you were saying about these snapshots of people's lives, we only ever get to see the segment, that thin slice of their life that they want us to see. So they'll show us the nice car, the nice house, the nice clothes. Life's perfect. We're out socializing. We're having a great time. But what you don't get to see is the backstory. So just always bear in mind that when you see people who are giving you the impression of having a perfect life, then that's just the part they want to see. But self-talk is how we talk to ourselves, whether you actually say it out loud, which some people might think is crazy. I sometimes talk to myself at work when I'm measuring and painting, and did I do that? I'm not too sure. But we can also talk to ourselves sort of subconsciously within our mind. So and we'll have a conversation in there, trying to work things out. And it's that subconscious. I think I may have touched on this in an earlier podcast or vlog. The tone of that conversation sets your tone of how you behave. So if you talk to yourself negatively, derogatory, the doom and gloom, you're always focusing on the negative, then that will set the tone for your behavior. And the opposite, if you are, I'm going to have a great day today. Oh, I feel awesome today. I'm going to have an awesome day. That also sets the tone for the way to go. Now, if you've heard of it before, if you're self-aware, you may have gone, yeah, John, got that, no problem. I can check in regularly with how I'm communicating to myself. And I only heard this a little while ago. But if we're not aware of self-talk, then we don't really know how we speak to ourselves. So here's a tip or a trick which you or I or Max can do.
Love it.
Try and get the gist of what we're doing. So you can set your watch or a phone to go off every 20 minutes, every 30 minutes, every 15 minutes, every 5 minutes, probably 15 minutes at the shortest. And whenever your alarm goes off, pull out a book or a notebook or make a note on your phone and think, what was I thinking? And write down the thought you were having at that point, and be honest. Don't sugarcoat it. And if you were having that conversation with somebody else, what was the tone that they were having? And in a very short space of time, you can go, oh, actually, I was being quite negative there. And then flip the story, flip the script, and put a more positive tone on that. So that's self-talk. And your self-talk has got to match with your views of you might say, oh, let's be kind, let's be nice, sharing, caring, loving. But if the talk inside your head is, I really can't be asked to speak to this person, not bothered, not interested, oh man, I look like shit, I don't feel very well. And if you speak to yourself like that, rather than, oh, I'm going to have a great, delicious smoothie because it might make me feel good. And then if you have that delicious smoothie in the morning, then come lunchtime, you think, well, I made a good choice earlier in the day. I might make a better choice now. And it rolls on. So, Max, you said you had lots to speak about.
Well, yeah, and you put me down a different path there, but I would say this as well. We got to remember, everybody, we are human. You know what I mean? We are human. So to be hard on yourself, we are our worst critics. Through self-awareness and just knowledge, we are our most harshest critics. And I'll give you an example.
Hey, my name's Max. I'm from Canada.
Yeah. I was working out at a gym one day, and I was away. I was recording out west, so I was working at a new gym. I didn't know anybody. There was a group of females talking, and the one girl I would say was newer. I'm going to say 3 or 4 months into the workout regime, and I remember her grabbing her belly and saying to herself, "Oh, I'm just, I'm so fat. I'm so." I wish I could look like Susie. I can't remember exactly what it was. And I remember right then and there thinking to myself, I think that chick is hot. I mean, like, I'm taken and all that, but I was like, I think she's sexy, man. Like, she's got a body, she's got curves, like that Marilyn Monroe thing. It's working for her. And her aura and vibe was positive. You know what I mean? Her self-talk was absolutely terrible. But I was just like, well, I'm going to walk up to her and tell her, damn, girl, you are fucking fine. You know what I mean? Like, so why, you know what I mean? And same with us. Like, I might say, oh man, I wish my muscles were a little bigger, or I wish I was Bob, I wish I was Susie. But, if I could just say, man, for my size, for my age, for my height, damn, I'm amazing, which is what I do now. You get into a ritual and a routine of your self-talk. You're just basically firing new neurons and new brain waves and new neuroplasticity, and you're creating a new thought process for yourself, which is, instead of the continuous negative bias, oh my God, we're getting chased by a saber-toothed tiger, oh my God, I'm fat, oh my God, I'm ugly, oh my God, I'm not purple, pink, yellow, green, you're just getting to the point where you start loving yourself. And to love yourself, your self-talk needs to be positive. You are your worst critic when you look in the mirror. Nobody's going to look at you the way you do. And like I said, with that female, man, she thought she was whatever she thought, and I thought she was sexy. So yeah. What's what when it comes to self-talk? You know what I mean? Like, our perceptions, somebody else's perceptions. That's why you can only please yourself. And like John said, an action would be, when you wake up in the morning, like I do, I look at my eyes and I say, and I'm looking at my eyes, but I'm actually self-awareness, looking into my soul and saying, man, you're alive. You're a beautiful being. Let's rock it. Let's make change. You are amazing. The world needs you. Like, these are words I now say to myself, and that just sets me on that day's path of, instead of, oh, dude, man, whatever, a billion different people have a billion different bullshit stories to tell themselves, right?
Yeah.
Firing negative. I mean, you're firing on a positive vibe now.
Yeah. And this is where waking up in the morning and saying the positive affirmations out loud to yourself.
Always I do.
Positivity and belief. You may not believe it, but if you do it every day, I am so grateful to be alive. I've got my health, I've got my eyes, look at the nature, look at the countryside. I'm so grateful to live in this house, to have the car, and to be able to go to work and to earn money, and to have the opportunity to share this with all of you out there who's listening. It's and it becomes a habit if we do it over and over and over again. I think we've mentioned this before, and I do not doubt it'll be the last time you'll hear us mentioning affirmations and positivity. And just being aware that you're the center of you're the star of your movie. You're the star of your movie. You've got a couple of supporting actors. That might be the family, the friends, the girlfriends, or even just the girlfriend, the boyfriend, the mom, dad. But everybody else, they are extras in your life. And they really, they might look at you, but they've taken 5 steps down the road and they don't care, and they're not interested because they are in charge of their show and they care about what's going on in their life. And well, hopefully being the star of your show, you also care about other people and about being kind and loving and sharing and having empathy. But it's not worrying too much about what other people think. It's what's important is what you think.
Truth.
And I'm far from perfect, so I have there's a cycle there of days, and I'm just not firing all cylinders, and I'm not sure I want to go and do the job today. I enjoy it, but I don't love it. But you've got to pick yourself up and get on with it. Max, we've got a couple of minutes left.
And okay, understand, again, we are human, man. We are going to make mistakes. You're going to take 3 steps back to take that 1 step forward, and that's okay. Like, honestly, it's okay. I used to be, when I first started getting back into working out and my new regimes, being a smaller guy, I used to compare myself all the time with the big boys, man. Like, they outweigh me by 100 pounds. And I'd be like, oh, shit, I wish I could bench 5 more times like they did. Dude, it's ridiculous, man. It's an unattainable expectation. You got to just know you are where you're at, and you got to do the best for you. Because you're not competing with them, him, she, he, John, whatever side he's on. You're only competing with yourself yesterday. That's it.
But also, Max, there's 100,000 things that you can do that they can't do. True. And I can do that you can't do. And Emma, she can do shit that I can't do.
Know your strengths. Know your strengths. Just like know your positive talk. A strength is what we should be focusing, not a negative.
Yeah, a Gary Vaynerchukism. He says, fucking 10x down on your strengths. He said, because I'm never going to be a pro basketballer or the best knitter in the world or the best website designer. He said, but I'm great at what I can do. And if I can leverage what I'm great at, you can get other people in to do the stuff that you're not good at, because other people are great at the stuff you can't do. So
do your best. Do your best. Forget the rest, man. That's all we can do. And as long as your intent and your self-talk is proper, you're going to prosper. Boom. And I'll leave it at that.
And we are out of here again. Thank you all for listening. Max, I'm loving this. If nobody else is listening, just to be able to bounce back and forth with yourself, sharing ideas, learning, growing across the Atlantic. It's for 4,000 miles or so. It's an absolute honor to be able to speak with you every week, my friend. And,
it's a beautiful thing. It's a two-way street, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate your honesty. And I'm glad we can put out these positive vibes, because it's a ripple in the ocean, and that ripple will turn into a tsunami.
Yep, and we'll hopefully within a week we'll be popping this out on some different podcasts. We're going to hook out the audio. We'll pop the video out in places. I'll have my YouTube once we've learned how to share all of this technology, because it's all new to us, and we'll hopefully get out to a few more people.
Peace. Love you all.
Peace in the Middle East.